What is going on, guys? Aaron here, and welcome back to another Curls in the Rack video. Today is going to be a gym hacks video, but I know there's a lot of gym hack videos out there. They're all great, but this one is going to be focused more on the Cheapskate version. Myself, I'm a cheapskate. If I can find some other method to get the same task accomplished, I will go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead. I'll show you the first one now. The first one up on our list is the original iPad. What I wanted to do was have a timer that stayed in the gym, not have to use my phone because sometimes I'm using music, and just to have something that was a touchscreen on the wall was great. Hard to believe that this thing once cost $4.99 when it first came out. It costs about $5 now, or that's how much it's worth. But to you, it may be worth more just for the fact that if you wanted to get a timer sort of like this to do interval training, you're going to be paying like $300 for one of the Rogue Echo wall clock timers. So this is a much better option. I can time my rest times on here, or I can set up interval stuff. If I want to do the ab challenge or run through, you can program everything you want. And this is just the Gym Boss app that I use on here, which is a free app. And then I sort of just made a border, and then I have a cord running through here that keeps it powered all the time because I'm not going to take it anywhere. If you wanted to take it somewhere, don't put it here. Put some Velcro on the back, and you can stick it different places in the garage, or you could put a magnet on there, so then you could put it up on your upright. And it's just a better option, and I'm sure you can find something on OfferUp. Another great option is a roll of grip tape. Now, this grip tape I got off Amazon, and it's for like stairs. If you have hardwood floors and you want to put grip tape on the stairs so that way you don't slip down it, you can get a roll like this for 20 bucks. And what I used it for originally was for my DIY calf raise platform, just so I wouldn't slip off of it while I was doing my calf raises. But then I came to realize that, I wanted to get some knurling on my power blocks, and there is a guy on Instagram who actually makes knurling for the power blocks. They're just the handles basically, but they're 225 bucks a piece. So what I did was I went ahead and took some of the grip tape and I put that around the handle. So now when I'm pulling, I got a little bit of grip on there. These things can get kind of sweaty at times, and so therefore my hands will stay on there. Now the other thing I also used it for was for the trolley arm handles. I found that those ones were a little slick. They get a little slippery sometimes, but you can also use this for any sort of pull-up bar that you have that doesn't have any knurling on it. You could throw some of that up there, so that way you don't slip off of it. Now, it is a little bit more aggressive than a standard knurling, but this is the Cheapskate edition, so it's not that bad. It works fine for me. So if you have 20 bucks, go ahead and get yourself a roll of this, and it might help you out in those areas. Next one on the list, guys, is either vinyl. Some people use felt. I didn't ever get any of the felt, but I heard that works nice. And or electrical tape. Electrical tape, Gorilla tape, whatever tape you have. Anyways, you can put that on the underside of any of your J-hooks. So this is the vinyl. So I just put it on any of the parts that are going to make contact with the rack. So when you put it down, you put it in, it slides in, this piece hits the side of the rack, of the upright, and you know what? It's not going to scratch because you're not going to have any metal on metal contact. I also use it on my spotter arms, and this one I went ahead and used some of the Gorilla tape, and I put that on there. You really can't, it's white here. You can get black, clear, whatever you want, and that way it just, when it's pressing into the rack, if you hit there, therefore it's not going to make any metal on metal contact, and you're going to save your rack from scratches and dings in the long run. So that's just another one to keep in mind if you like to keep your stuff nice. Next one on the list, guys, is the cheat sheets. Okay, so first of all, I have a cheat sheet here that tells me exactly what weight is going to be needed for each side of the barbell when I throw it up to easily get to the weight desired. So for example, if I want to throw 180 pounds up here, I'm going to need 145 on each side. I'm going to have 2 10s, and then I'm going to have a 2.5. So therefore, I don't have to do a lot of math when I'm working out, because I don't like to do math when I'm working out, or ever, really. So anyways, you can download this thing. Just Google it online. There'll be an image or a chart or whatever that you can download and grab this one. Another thing I do is I also throw up on here, because I have lettered the rack on each side, where to put my spotter arms or my safety straps or whatever I have here. So therefore, when I'm setting up for a different movement, I can actually already know exactly where to put it without the guessing and checking to be like, oh, that was too low or that was too high. I write them up here when I get them in line. So therefore, I know that, for example, on flat bench day, I need to put my flat bench on A. I'm going to put my J hooks on A, or if it's incline, it's 11. So therefore, if you number your rack or you letter your rack, you'll always know where they need to go for your correct height or placement for all those movements. Which brings me to my next point, guys. If you have a rack that didn't already come numbered, lettered, whatnot, like I did, then you know what, you're playing the guessing game to get them even all the time and where you need to go. And so what I did was, and I'm sure you've seen this in some of my other videos, if you've seen some of the other videos, is numbering the rack. Okay, numbering or lettering the rack. What I did is I numbered the big holes, and then I went down here so the numbers didn't get humongous, and I went ahead and did letters on the small hole space. So therefore, I have a lot less getting into position, oh, I screwed that up, so I can really bust through my workout as quick as possible without having to stop, do more of a rest time than I really wanted. So that's another really good idea. You just need stencils and either a little bit of spray paint, just bam, 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 or what I found works a lot better than that is actually just using still the stencils, holding them up here or taping them, and then just taking a Sharpie, like a metallic Sharpie, and go ahead and just fill those in, pop it off, go to the next one, and go on down the line. It takes like 20 minutes to do the whole upright, one side. The next one on the list, guys, is something that was a bit of a happy accident for me in the fact that I had the HG Rogue bumper plates, and then I went ahead and got a set of the Echo plates. Now, if you'll notice here, and I don't know if it shows up well in the video or not, but the HG plates have a slightly larger diameter than the Echo plates. And so the reason that this is cool is because I always use the Echo plate first if I'm doing ground up movement. So if I'm doing deadlifts or I'm doing, pen lay rows or anything like that where it's a ground up movement when they start on the floor, I don't necessarily need a pallet jack to jack up the side of the barbell and throw the plates on. Because this has a slightly larger diameter, I'm able to just slide all the other Echo plates right on the end without picking the bar up, which is very cool and saves me a lot of time rather than wrenching the thing up and then popping the plates on the side. This was a bit of a happy accident, but you can be a little bit methodical about this. If you get one, they don't have to be these ones, but slightly larger diameter for your first plate, slightly smaller diameter for all your other ones. Another good idea, if you're looking to maximize the space in your garage and you have one of those A-frame plate holders, the weight trees, what I did with mine is I went ahead and I cut it up with a jigsaw, and then I put holes in it for lag bolts. So that way I could, instead of having the A-frame on the ground taking up precious workout space, I was able to attach it to the studs, put a little spacer at the bottom, that way the weights don't fall off, crush your foot, or your kids pull them off if you have kids, and then I'll angle it up a little bit. And what I did was I just put the change plates and anything light up on the wall. I still use a regular one for the bumper plates, or the big guys go on the rack, but that's another way to maximize the space in your gym. They are selling these things on OfferUp or Craigslist all the time. People are looking to get rid of these things out of their garage. So hacksaw, jigsaw, cut them up, put them on the wall, maximize the space. All right, guys, last but certainly not least is the importance of a good blower for your garage. Everybody needs a good blower in their life. I have 3 different ones. I have a gas-powered one, I have an electric one that has a cord, and then I also have this little tiny battery-powered one. Now, the reason I would suggest you guys get a little battery-powered one is because you don't have to plug it in. The garage isn't going to smell like gas, and you're constantly going to need to blow this thing out. If you don't want to sweep it out, because that is kind of a pain in the butt, I would suggest getting a little one like this. I'm not an affiliate for Makita, but I do know that sometimes they have special events where you can get a Makita blower and also extra batteries with it when you buy it. So be on the lookout for those. I know Parlember has some. I'm sure there's some other companies that do too. So get a small one. Save yourself the headache of having to plug it in and the garage smelling like gas. And with that, that is the end of the video. That's all I have time for. I'm sure I'll think of some others in the future. And if you like the video, please subscribe. I'm gonna have new videos coming soon. I got a new DIY project that I'm working on right now that I'm super excited about. And I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. So until next time, peace.